Hi everyone, welcome to Minecraft. Uh, we're gonna be playing this game for a little bit because no one seems to be interested in Bendy, it seems like, or rather, my Bendy videos are not getting views. I'm not the best at making thumbnails and all that, so that could be part of the reason, or YouTube's just not recommending, so I'm just gonna play Minecraft instead. Uh, I think some of you are already gonna guess that I'm not playing on the modern version of Minecraft, or what is it, like 26 point something or other? I'm not playing on that. I'm playing 1.8.9. I'd rather play older versions of Minecraft rather than modern because I find that older versions are just a little bit more fun. You know, I don't really like playing modern Minecraft that often. If you haven't guessed. Old versions are just a little more interesting to me overall, and I just kind of can't get behind the whole uh, combat of modern versions. You have to pause before you can hit again, what a cooldown I should say. It's a little irritating. Not really irritating. It's just a little weird to get accustomed to. It doesn't feel right at times. Uh, so yeah, I'm just since I don't really know what else to do with the channel and no one wants to watch Bendy from the looks of it, I'm just going to play Minecraft and just play it simply, straightforward. Uh, I don't really have too many goals for Minecraft, really, if any. I think I'm just gonna play the game, talk over the game, and talk with you guys. We could just hang out here and just play Minecraft for like a while. This this game's like special to pretty much everyone that's ever played it. Let's be honest here. Pretty much an icon, I guess would be the best way to describe it. It's an icon. Everyone knows what it is. Everyone's seen it or heard of it. Whether you know the older Minecraft Let's Players or it's the new modern Minecraft Let's Players like I really maybe Jumbo Muffin or whatever. I I don't I don't want to fall into that zone of hyper editing videos and all that, making it where it's like built for the algorithm. I think I'd rather just go very minimal, if any, on editing and just upload it semi raw. I think there's only like small touches I would do for the videos. That's my intentions, kind of like have a more old school let's play type of deal instead of a more modern everything must have jump cuts everywhere and must take like 20 hours to make one single video that really honestly I don't think is that interesting in the long run. I just I just rather play a game, and talk and hang out with you guys. It's just that. This is just Minecraft. It's just gaming in general. Like I'm destroying all the flowers. Like everyone wants to be a YouTuber nowadays, right? We all want to make the YouTube videos. We all want to become the next Mr. Beast or PewDiePie. But I don't really want to do that. That's a lot of fucking subscribers, and at at that point is why at that point what else would I do with that? Like by that point, I pretty much have all the money and well in the world that I could ever need. I can basically just retire and never have to make a video ever again, which I don't really want to do. Just stop making videos. I would rather make videos and just upload them to YouTube. I don't really want to, get too well. I don't really want necessarily want McDonald's per se as a job, but sometimes we just gotta make the ends meet, and I don't really want to, just have to work some job I hate. I'd rather play a video game, like say Baldur's Gate or Minecraft or Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic or something that's not, you know, like necessarily real life, but also just takes me into a different universe. Even though sometimes I do like to play simulator games out there, like Power Wash. I have a huge obsession with that game for some reason. I can't explain it because I have both games. I played them all to pretty much completion, and uh, I can't explain why I like to play Power Wash Simulator. It's just there, Just one of those games I just like to play. Hell, I would like to play lots of games, just with you guys, not just Minecraft. We can do well. I'm currently limited right now because I don't really have a lot of money on me. So if you guys want to, you can help me by just simply subscribing, liking the videos, telling people about this channel and what I like to do. What I like to do is like play video games. I do have quite a few games on Steam at as we talk, but many of them are like the little garbage shit posts type games, if you know what I mean. They're like these little games that are just kind of funny to play. They're silly, goofy, or they are straight up bad games. Like I'm not kidding. They're terrible games type deal. Yeah, let's just place these two flowers down because I don't need them. But yeah, there's like and then I have actually genuinely good games. Like one of my favorites is actually Red Dead Redemption 2. I actually really like that game. That game was extremely fun, and I gotta say it's got one of the best stories I've ever played in a video game. Holy crap. I think I'll always remember Arthur Morgan and Dutch and all of them because how good that game actually was. I don't necessarily want to play a game like say what's a game that I'm not too Fortnite. I'm not really interested in Fortnite. I can't get around the idea of the battle royale niche. I I don't think you guys will ever see me play Fortnite like ever. I'll just play. Well, probably not Call of Duty. I don't. Yeah, I'm hit or miss on Call of Duty nowadays. Call of Duty I used to play a little bit, not religiously necessarily, but a little bit. A game that I would consider a little bit more religiously would be probably Destiny, but even then it's like it's more of a I just had fun playing it, shooting the guns, and leaving and going off and playing other games because I have a pretty big library, and if you were to ask me what probably my favorite game is, it's a tough one because I have so many games. I play so many games every single day, or rather every single month, I should say. So I don't really know what could be my favorite game. Like I can tell you what probably my top five in not a particular order is, but I don't really want to. Oh, there goes my boat. But I don't really know what would be my favorite if I had to choose one. Other than maybe, well, if I had to choose one video game to be my favorite, there is probably one because I play it. I think I actually play it religiously, even though it's not like it has no online components and it's currently hosted by a developer a studio that I'm not a big fan of anymore. I used to be a huge fan of them. I absolutely love their so a lot of their games out there, but I kind of have just had a falling off with them. And that game is Heroes of Might and Magic 5. I love playing that game. It's so much fun to me. And if you haven't, and if you don't know who the developer is, it's Ubisoft. I just don't really like playing too many of their more modern games, and some of the stuff that they've been doing recently has just been questionable. So I just don't like. Oh God, it's old boat. Something I do like about modern Minecraft is that the boats are way better. They're way less janky and all that. But yeah, I don't like modern. I don't like Ubisoft anymore because they did some things, and specifically around what I could consider my favorite franchise, gaming franchise, which is Assassin's Creed. I have opinions about the modern games that I don't think a lot of people are gonna like. And my opinion is I don't generally like the modern games. I don't like how they changed a lot of the lore around around the Assassin's Brotherhood and uh and made an origin story for that was for an assassin order that just kind of felt unnecessary, or well, not unnecessary, just kind of unneeded, because they already had an origin story in the lore, in the original lore, which is kind of funny to think about, that they had this story that I think a lot of people forgot about, that they did have a reason for why the assassins existed before they became this big operation in the around the Middle Ages, the Crusades. They had a reason, and that reason was, oh fuck, was that they were just spread out. They weren't necessarily like assassins per se. They were like proto assassins, and all of that was contradicted, sadly. And they just became the hidden ones. I just don't really I'm really not a big fan of the Hidden Ones saga. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's not necessarily badly written. It just doesn't feel like Assassin's Creed when I'm not playing fucking assassins, you know? Like I think what's really pushed me away from it was Valhalla and Odyssey. I just didn't like playing as like this either demigod warrior or this Viking. I didn't, because when I play an Assassin's Creed game, I play, well, I expect to be an assassin. I expect to be hiding in the shadows, waiting for my target to walk into to a a certain location so that I can assassinate them. That's what I want to do in an Assassin's Creed game. But Origins, Valhalla, and Odyssey basically said, nah. At least Mirage kind of brought that feel back, but I'm not a big fan of Mirage overall. I just don't like how that game plays, and as a protagonist, I'm not a big fan of Basim. Basim's gotta be one of my least favorite assassins. He's not necessarily a horrible character because he was actually kind of interesting in Valhalla, but I don't like him as a main, as a protagonist. I think he works better as an antagonist, as a character that you want to fight. He's not really someone that you want to try and relate with. He's kind of a psycho, you know? Well, he's a psycho because of multiple reasons and lore, and it's one of the reasons why I'm pushing away from Assassin's Creed so heavily. Like, I haven't bought the newest one, Shadows, and I'm probably not going to buy the next one. Because honestly, if you're gonna, one of the main draws of Assassin's Creed for me was that the historical stuff. That's one of the main draws. I don't want to play as a witch, you know. I don't want to play as a Viking. I want to play as an assassin in a historical setting, which I think is kind of interesting when you think about that. I don't want to play as a Viking, but a lot of other people would play as a Viking. So what I think would be the best solution is to make it to where you have one game friend. You try to make a Viking game that does not have the Assassin's Creed label. If you want to do a Greek Odyssey thing, just make a Greek Odyssey game, but don't put the Assassin's Creed label on it. Just experiment, you know? Not everything has to be an Assassin's Creed game. You can just try something new. And I think that's a problem with gaming in general, is like no one wants to try anything new. Everyone wants to do, well, the same thing as the last guy, or what's currently successful or popular. No one wants to try something new, which is like, kind of upsetting because the entire point of gaming is that I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again. I want to try something new when I buy a new game or try a new game. I think this is part of the reason why indie is starting to blow up because they understand that people don't want to play like Call of Duty number 72. They want to play they want to play Lethal Company, which is interesting, it's unique, it's different, it stands out. They don't want to, they don't really want to I don't know. They don't want to constantly play Overwatch, But yet we have people that love Team Fortress 2 to death. And honestly, between the two, Overwatch and Team Fortress 2, I'd rather play Team Fortress 2. I have way more fun with Team Fortress 2. Yes, by definitions, it should not be fun, right? Like, there's less classes. You only have 9, technically. Versus, I don't even know how many is in Overwatch. I really don't know, and to me, it's just too many. Like I don't want to, also don't want to play Marvel Rivals too often, if you know what I mean. I'm not a big fan of it. It's just, sorry, Austin, but I'm just not a big fan of it. It's not my cup of tea. If I'm gonna play a hero shooter, I'm gonna play Team Fortress 2. Like that's what I'm gonna play, and the reason why is because Team Fortress 2 sure only has 9 technical classes. There are so many more ways to play the classes. Like you can become basically this you can turn the Demo Man into basically this super melee class. And that's ridiculously fun and interesting. I wish you could do same thing for like say Heavy where it's like he doesn't really have classes like that or their subclasses as they're called. He's just pretty one note overall. He's more of a I have big gun, I'm gonna shoot everything. Though it does give it a little goofy at times when we talk about build crafting because there's also Destiny where it gets a little crazy with build crafting. It used to be that the gun was the main focus of the Destiny gameplays. Like you have to be slower. It's slower. You have to shoot and time out your shots a bit more and all that. And it to me was a little bit more fun. Don't necessarily want to go all the way back to day one Destiny 2 because that was horrendous. But I would rather go back to say the gameplay of Destiny 1, where I just find it's more fun. Though I really wish they would increase the frame rate and FOV and all that. It's really dated in some areas. Though there are only a few things I want them to change. I don't really want them to necessarily add literally everything from Destiny 2, which because if they did that to me, that would just mean that it's not Destiny 1 anymore. It's Destiny 2 with a D1 skin. That's what I would call it. If they were to ever like somehow one day remaster Destiny 1 or port it over to PC, really the only things I want is them to add an FOV slider, increase the resolution and frame rate. That's all I really want them to do. Because I think the frame rate of problem alone will be more than enough work for Bungie that I don't think adding in things like say mantling and all that would be like a necessary thing. I think it what would be the best way to describe it? More of a more of a background thing that maybe with an ever so stretch on maybe they'll add it, but in my opinion they probably shouldn't and just probably just focus more on uh making Destiny the way it is. And same goes for a lot of other games. Like I kind of want Call of Duty to go back to being how it kind of was, where it's like a more fast pace shooter, more fun and interesting, and well, when I mean interesting, I mean like the kill streaks. Those are cool. Everyone's gonna admit that the kill streaks are pretty cool in Call of Duty, but honestly don't play Call of Duty for the multiplayer. I play it for the zombies. Like I also want zombies to go kind of go back a little because some of the things they added in zombies I'm just not a huge fan of. But yeah, that goes into the point of no one really innovates anymore. No one creates new. They create what's currently trending, I should say, which is how you get weird shit like Mickey Minaj in Call of Duty or remember when Call of Duty just mainly did it with did a collabs with Snoop Dogg? That was funny. I'll always admit that that is always funny that Call of Duty did collabs with Snoop Dogg of all people. But he just kind of became ingrained in Call of Duty. In my opinion, he is basically Call of Duty's mascot. I don't know if he would consider himself Call of Duty's mascot, but I think everyone can agree he's pretty much Call of Duty's mascot nowadays. No, probably not now anymore, but yeah, he's pretty much the mascot. What else? It's like I don't know. There's like other games out there that I'm kind of interested in. I do lean more in the horror aspect, and another one of my favorite games of all time is Dead Space 1 specifically. I do like the remake. The remake's pretty good. Um, I like some of the things they did with the remake, but there are other things I'm just kind of on. It's like it's mainly just voice actors and some line delivery, as well as some of the changes to certain levels. Like I get why they did it. Ah, that's what I was looking for. But I get why they did it. It's like oh yeah, it's they're trying to expand the story a bit in the game overall. So why not make it into why not just change some of the voice actors out? And honestly, I gotta admit right now, original Klein I like way more. I like it. I like how desperate he was. The newer Klein, I just found that he was weaker overall. I'm just not a big fan. And Hammond for it as well. Like I'm not a. I don't really like how they wrote Hammond in the remake. In the remake, it just feels like they ruined his character, in my opinion. Like they made him, less interesting, less cool. They kind of tried to give him this story where he cares too much about his troops, but there's also the problem of I'm not a big fan of the new Hammond's voice actor. He just felt weaker in comparison to the original voice actor overall. So I'm just not a big fan of it. Um, what else is there? Like, what do you have? Ew. Yeah, these are trades. But yeah, another one that I'm not a. I feel like she was a little jarring at times, a little off as well, which I guess could go into the idea of what was going on with the character. Is Nicole's voice actor? She is actually a good voice actor, but there was something wrong in the remake with her. It's like she doesn't have the talent anymore. And I just don't get it. I don't know what happened to her. It just seemed a little off. Isaac's voice acting still felt good overall, so there's that at least. So somehow this became a review on the Dead Space remake, but yeah. This is this is how did I think this is I think Minecraft can just be we just talk type game. And I just try and explore and all that. Like we found this village here and everything, and I think this is what Minecraft can be. It's just this game that we hang out and talk. So yeah, let's do that. We'll do this again some probably tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. Whenever this video comes out, if it ends up being something that people are interested in, I'll post more Minecraft. So I hope to see you guys in the next video now. I gotta end it here, sadly, because limited time. So yeah, I hope you like my little small Dead Space rant and whatever rant I also went on, and I hope to see you in the next video now. Bye now.